What hardware do you need to run a crypto node? Imagine being part of a digital community that keeps a blockchain running smoothly. To do that, you need a special kind of computer called a crypto node. But what exactly does it take to set one up? Let's break it down into simple parts so you can see what hardware is needed to keep a blockchain network alive and secure. First, you can use a regular desktop or laptop computer. It can run Windows, Mac, or Linux operating systems. Even small devices like a Raspberry Pi, which is a tiny and affordable computer, can work for some types of nodes. The key is that the device must stay connected to the internet and handle lots of data. Next, storage space is very important. The blockchain is like a giant digital ledger that keeps growing. For example, a Bitcoin-full node needs about 1 terabyte of storage space to hold the entire blockchain. Using a solid-state drive, or SSD, is highly recommended because it reads and writes data much faster than a traditional hard drive. This speed helps your node sync with the network faster, reducing waiting times from weeks to just about a day when you set it up for the first time. Memory, or RAM, is also needed. At least 2 gigabytes of RAM is the minimum, but having 8 gigabytes or more makes the node run more smoothly. RAM helps your computer handle multiple tasks at once, making the process faster and more reliable. The processor, or CPU, can be simple for some blockchains like Bitcoin. A basic model like those in Raspberry Pi devices works fine. But for more demanding networks like Ethereum, a faster processor with at least 8 cores is better. This helps handle the complex calculations and data processing needed for that blockchain. A stable internet connection is essential. You want broadband internet with upload speeds of at least 400 kilobits per second. Running a node uses a lot of data, up to 200 gigabytes or more each month for uploading and about 20 gigabytes for downloading. So, a reliable and fast internet connection keeps your node connected and sharing data without interruptions. Power supply is another factor. Your computer should be on most of the time, ideally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This ensures the node is always active and helping to verify transactions and blocks. Make sure your device doesn't go into sleep mode or turn off, as that would stop the node from working properly. Different cryptocurrencies have different hardware needs. For Bitcoin, a 1 terabyte SSD, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a basic CPU are enough. But for Ethereum, you need a more powerful setup with a modern 8-core processor, 32 to 64 gigabytes of RAM, and a 4 to 8 terabyte SSD. If you want to run an archive node, which keeps all historical data, you'll need even more storage, around 18 to 20 terabytes. A popular choice for a small, energy-efficient node is a Raspberry Pi 5 with 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. It's small, affordable, and easy to set up with clear instructions, making running a node less intimidating for seniors. In summary, to run a crypto node comfortably, you need a computer with a fast SSD of at least 1 terabyte, enough RAM, 8 gigabytes or more, a decent processor, and a reliable internet connection. This setup allows your node to download, verify, and share blockchain data, helping to keep the network secure and decentralized. Using a small device like a Raspberry Pi can make this process simple and manageable, even if you're new to the technology.